Okay, it's at 12:15 my time, Indian Standard Time, and this is a trade record that I don't generally take, but I am a long call on Nifty. So the reason is fairly being, so if you go on a daily chart, so you can see a little bit of a support. We are hitting a little bit of support, which is actually moving this price above. So if we pull our pen out, so you can see this price moving up while picking up liquidity from this area, while this is picking up liquidity from this. This is a much better level, but I think that we have hit some support, and given how this extension is coming into this level, I really like it. So the extension is from 400 to 800, so a nice 600 point extension. I think we can take it back a little bit into the range, so I just want to try this out. And if we go on this 5 minutes, so you can see this this move down was in control, then so like this, so this move down was in control, then this is picking up liquidity from this area, so this move down would be in control at that point in time. This is a shell which got broken by this, so now we are hitting some bit of a liquidity in here, and given that how this is a bleeding price behavior, we can draw back, I think, up into this area, possibly above those highs. So not the trade that I really have expertise in, because I really want to trade this extension, but I missed it. So I'm looking for a little bit. This is just an experiment trade as to what happens. I'm going to show you the position in a bit, but this is the 15-minute, and I think we can draw back in, but I'm not ruling out the fact that we are quite heavy to the downside given the current scenario we are in. And let's see. The only risk that I see is that we broke this area of the shelf, but we still came into a little bit of thicker structure in here, which could still push us down. So very interesting, I'd say. It's okay if it's a small loss, a very small position, but since generally I'm targeting this area before any more to the downside, so I want to take everything out in here. I mean, not everything. I only have one lot, but I want to take the position out in here. So we'll have to see how this one goes. Looks pretty heavy right now. So if you show the position, so you can see I took a long right in here. Now we are hitting the support, something in here. So we took it in here. We have a little bit of support in here. We have a support something in this area as well. So the stop is just below in here. I'll just put my stop at 30. So we'll have to see how this one goes. But let's see. If it starts working above this area, we might move our stop in. This is a nice base, I think, that was formed, but I want this base to absolutely hold. If it doesn't hold, then this trade is gone, really. So let's see what happens. It's 2:19 p.m. right now, Indian Standard Time, and we did hit some of the liquidity in here. So if I was long multiple lots, I would certainly take something out in here, but my idea is a little bit of a swing position, so I'm still holding this position, and it's a bit difficult right now because this is not what I do on a regular basis. I tend to get out on the moves like this. So just to go with the price action right now, so I did take a long in here, and the stop was below just in here. So had two levels, one this, and we did hit the second level and then ran back up. So at this point, actually, I was thinking that the trade could be actually closed, because how this bleeding price behavior looks, we could easily see a run to the downside. We did into what picked up liquidity from this base. So I showed you the base from the hourly chart, and now this there was a level to the left side, and now this was the base that was created, and this was the move that was in control. So we have kind of this base, and immediately to the upside at the market open, and then we came down quite inefficiently, rebalancing into the base, and this could have been an ideal trade, both of them actually. It could have just come in here and then went back up, but it doesn't matter, it did came down, and this was a level. Since this let's just zoom in. So the reason for marking this level was So we know that this level is moving us above, and this is the little tag that is moving us above the price range of this area. So this move down actually initially picked up liquidity from this candle, so there's possibly something on the other end of this area which I marked, and we came down to it, and then they bounced quite nicely. Now what I was concerned with during this, so this was a little bleeding behavior, which is typically easy to be, which typically gives its way quite quickly. So widgets, I see that inefficient moves, another possible entry. This move could also be, we could also have come into this other side of this area, possibly something in lower, or possibly even picking something from the 1 hour chart. So we didn't come, we did bounce in here, shifted. So given that inefficient turn, we came back. Now when this shell started to move, okay, now I started to feel a little bit comfortable then, and then we finally took this area out. So now this move is actually pulling a liquidity from this apex, which in turn is pulling out liquidity from this overall area. And so when we traded above in this area, so I thought that price could easily run into this area, and that in an intraday scenario could have been the trade. So but nonetheless, I'm still looking for deeper levels that I showed you from earlier. But if I maintain this, if I maintain the same posture, I think on this call option chart, so I think 156 would be the target, but I think it's quite far away. I would just take something out at just above this high at about 70-75. I'll just close the position at 75 tomorrow if we so get there. So let's see, just want to follow up this video as to what happened intraday. Let's see if the stop will be below in here. Actually it could be at break even, but let's see. Overall, looking for overall play. Let's see. Because the market is closed right now, and closed a little bit in positive, so I was looking for this move to actually not continue on it dead. So a fair bit of heat on this position, so we have to see how it goes tomorrow. So this is how it looks on a 1 hour. We did bounce off the support, but hoping for it to hold, at least draw back a little bit to the upside at 17.1. Overall targeting to 17 to 16. So let's see. So it's Friday 11:26 IST, and this is a discussion or the follow from the yesterday's Nifty call trade. So I actually mentioned yesterday that this was a target in here. This level is a target in here. If you go on this 15, so this was a target, and we did come in here, but actually I saw this on my phone and didn't take anything out, and by the time I came on my screen, so I had this price action in front of me, so I moved my stop just below in here. The entry was somewhere in here, so a little bit of a profit, but nonetheless gave a lot of out in here, and I wasn't confident if we're going to see any follow through. At that point I was watching this, and I thought that this move down would actually move us above in these areas, but nonetheless we didn't see that, and we currently this liquidity is pushing us down, rather this shelf is pushing all of this down. So this move down is getting sparser, but any sort of new pickup, I would say something in here possibly, or on the other side of this area could be taken in, but not so confident on that one. But for the trade, I think this is done. If we go on this Nifty chart, so 5 minutes, so you can see open gap above for about 1% or so. So as a close, so went about 0.8%, and I didn't take anything out. That was my mistake, a big mistake actually. Just I didn't get up on time, and so nonetheless it's coming down right now. It has filled this gap in here. Now it's deciding what to do right now. It could hold in here, looking this price action, but if it does fail, then I'm probably looking for something down in here, possibly lower. We'll have to see at that point in time. So let's see overall what happens now.